All right, guys, we're back. It's Restaurant Punk.
Hello, Leah.
I'm Leah. This is Yianni. Liz.
This is badass Liz.
What do we want to share today? What do we want to share with everybody?
Takeout.
Takeout.
What about?
Do you tip the takeout girl?
Yes.
The server at the hostess?
Wait, do they have wait, hold on. Do they have a jar out front that says "We love tips"?
Do we like jars?
I personally do not like jars.
I hate the jar.
Now, is that like a right in your face? Like, pretty please, with sugar on top, give me a tip. I kind of feel like it is, but it depends on the service, right?
Right.
Let's just, are we allowed to say Starbucks on this show?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Well, would we get like a kickback from Starbucks if they just see an increase in business from our show?
Right.
Sponsorship.
Well-known
Saying.
coffee chain
Do
restaurant.
you tip the coffee people if they have a jar?
I do.
I do as well. Right? What if they don't have a jar? Do you
But it's funny
automatically
because
offer?
they're not actually supposed to get tips at Target. I don't know if you knew that.
Are you
Starbucks?
talking about?
Starbucks, yeah.
Why?
I don't know because I tried tipping this guy and he was like fighting me on it one time. So I just
Take my money.
yeah.
Listen, we're all in the business, so we know how to tip. We know how to take care of people, right? So maybe it's not fair, but I'll use this one. There is Dunkin' Donuts, and you go through the drive-thru, and you order a medium coffee, and it's $2.65. They give you a 35 cents. You drive off. Do you ever just leave the 35 cents or wave them off?
Never. But it also doesn't feel like the same experience as Starbucks. Also, who tips through drive-thru?
I do.
I have.
You do?
I tell them to keep the
They're
change.
still making it.
I didn't know. I didn't realize I was
I
being
don't
that
know.
person.
And honestly, if I don't have $1 on me, okay, this is gonna sound really terrible. I don't like this. So I'm like, okay, I feel like, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like Starbucks people make more money than Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know why I think
Of
that.
course they
Fancier and
do.
nicer.
So I
And it's
always-
not Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
It's just Dunkin'.
Just Dunkin'. Okay, so
Cool.
America runs on
They're so
Dunkin'.
fucking cool.
yeah.
They're cool.
You always gotta make sure you tip the Dunkin' Donuts people, especially during the pandemic. I felt bad for them. I don't know.
Well,
it's
that was
weird.
different times.
Yeah.
You tipped everybody then.
Everybody in the service industry suffered.
So not to change the subject, but still tipping. So I had my internet provider come over to fix something in my house. Do you tip that person?
Did you say your internet provider?
Yeah, they.
Are we going to segue into tipping your?
I
Actually,
did.
I have.
I did.
Actually, I
I've
have
tipped
done
people
that
that do
before.
stuff
I'm
like
sorry. Because I was about to be surprised. I'm like, no, I have done that. Here's 10, 20, a little something, something for you.
Well,
Yeah.
how about, I didn't know for the longest time you were supposed to tip the gas station attendant just for giving you gas. Like I always thought if they clean your windows, you give them a tip.
Always.
When they don't do that,
Always.
if they don't, you give them the money. And then one night I'm driving home from work. It's like 4 a.m. It's cold. And this guy, I'm like, fill it up, whatever. He puts the gas. And then I give him the money and I'm like sitting there waiting. He goes, oh, you're not going to tip me? And I was like,
Yeah.
He said that?
And
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
false.
oh, you're not going to tip. I was like, oh.
Just for putting gas.
Just for putting gas. And I mean, in hindsight, and now I always tip, especially if it's a full tank and I pay with gas. I mean, cash. But yeah, I never knew. And it's cold out. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know. You didn't wash my windows. He goes, you're supposed to tip your gas station attendant always. And then I
I
was
don't know
like
about.
embarrassed,
I wouldn't say that's customary.
but I was mad. So
Yes.
now I'm like, well, if you need it, you should just keep it then. We just went back and forth. But this man has now trained me because I will always tip my gas station
Yes.
attendant.
Are you telling us here on Restaurant Punk that you tip just for putting the gas in?
I do now.
Really?
I do now.
I never
Ooh.
heard about it until years ago, people at work had mentioned it, and I thought it was weird. And I didn't for the longest time. I do. Like I'll tip $1. Maybe you don't think it's enough. I figured why not?
It's
but
something.
before I only did it if they're washing my windows. I'm like, whatever, it's $1, right? But the thing was, if you're like in your booth on your phone and you eventually come over, I'm not tipping you.
You can.
I got it.
forget.
This is all news to me, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, now you're changing. Wait, so Wawa sponsorship. So you're telling me when you go to Wawa, you give $1? Or
Now, see,
the
they
change?
Some
really
people tip
won't
more.
take your money. Wawa really will
They
not
do.
let you tip
will
them.
not.
They
Tips?
take it every time. I almost always go to Wawa and they take it.
And this is just for putting in the gas, closing the gas cap, and going.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I was talking about in the store. Like when I get a
Oh.
sub or something, like
In
a
the
sandwich.
store.
Well, I don't eat subs anymore. But
Wait, you're tipping Wawa employees?
I
in the-
have
Yes.
tried to tip
Wow.
when
They
they're
take
making my
it?
shorty in the middle of the night. And they're like, we're not allowed. Don't, no.
Ooh.
But then like I've seen other ones like put a little extra
They've
meat on
always
it.
taken it.
This is
when
absolutely
I get
fascinating to me.
when I get a
It's-
meatball sub, I'll tip them $1 and they take it. I've not once had them say no. So I don't know. I don't care. I mean, what's $1?
So not the
And that adds up
register.
for other
You're
people.
talking about the people in the kitchen.
Back there making your
Yes,
food.
making my sandwich. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
again, we eat in
I'm.
restaurants. We tip.
Wow.
But this is interesting. Someone said that they have a tip line when they went to their vet.
Veterinarian.
You paid with a credit card. There was a line for a tip. So it's like now it's people. It's like saying, well, why not us? We're service. So it's like crossing over. Now
What,
it's
am I
getting
start tipping my doctor?
right now it's getting hairy. I don't know.
Let's clarify something for anybody watching or listening. We are currently in the state of
New Jersey.
where we're filming, and there is full service gas. I believe we are the only state that has full service gas.
They say Jersey girls don't pump gas.
Yeah, so anywhere else you're doing self-service. So they're not tipping, so this wouldn't pertain to everybody. But this is fascinating to me that you guys do that because you are the 1%ers. I actually look in the mirror and feel like I'm very generous, but I would never think to tip the person that's putting gas in the car. You use the example of it was 4 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah.
You were by yourself, and he said, what, you're not going to tip me? Do
Yeah.
you think he was hitting on you by any chance?
No, he was
He had an
grumpy.
attitude problem.
It wasn't like, oh, you're not gonna tip. Like it was like nasty.
It's not what you do when
oh,
you're
you want
working
your
at the
change?
bar?
You're not gonna tip me? And I'm like, huh?
Well, do you think you were bothering him because it was 4 a.m. and he was in the middle watching something? He's like, Jesus Christ,
Shouldn't
she
work
fucking
grave
pulls
shift.
up.
What do you want me to do?
I feel like I don't know why I'm thinking it's very common in South Jersey more than it is anywhere else. Because that's the first time I ever heard about it.
Do we consider South Jersey and North Jersey two different states?
Yes.
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 And there's okay. I have lived in South, in my opinion, Central and North Jersey. So there are three parts, very distinct areas, in my opinion.
Like we're down here at the shore. Those people aren't. And the Jersey Shore is not what you saw on TV. Those people are not the Jersey Shore.
That's North Jersey. But then again, you could take the Sopranos, roll that into there.
True.
New Jersey, it's
feels
different
like you're in
areas,
totally
different
different
whatnot.
places.
Oh, you're Greek? I love Greece. Like it's all the same people. I said, listen, there's Northern Greeks like Boston. There's Southern Greeks like Miami. I said, we're all different,
Right.
but everybody just stereotypes and says, well, you're Greek. You're all the same.
That's what they say
You
about
know.
Filipinos. I'm like, oh my God, Philippines are so nice. I go, not all of them.
Not all of them.
Some of them are assholes. My mom can tell you off.
I met her.
I've seen it.
Oh, yeah?
She's nice.
She's nice, yeah.
You,
She's nice
you didn't
size.
see it. You didn't see the Kraken come out. What's it called? The Kraken?
what came out the Kraken?
Release the Kraken.
Who's on crack?
I had this woman. Okay, not this woman. So my sister many years ago managed a camera shop, and my mother decided to help out. Although my sister didn't ask her,
Right.
But secretly, I think she just wanted to be closer to spend time with my sister. So she had worked for her, and my mother had worked for the government, and she made very good salary. So she's behind the counter, and she's helping. There's a really rude, snarky woman that was making these comments to my mother. And my mother turned to her and said, I probably make more money than you do. And basically called her a bitch. So
Really?
Yes. So all Filipinos aren't sweet. I'm just
Is
saying.
your mama tough?
Yeah.
Leah, your mama, is she tough?
I have the black mom. I'm biracial. And yes, she lives up to the stereotype.
And my mother is tough as well. Should we bring them on?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. See them all
Could
fight.
you imagine?
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
Since we're on the topic of tipping, are your mothers good tippers?
Yes.
My mom was a bartender and a cocktail waitress.
Oh, so
forever.
she understands.
Same.
Has your mom ever worked in a restaurant?
No, but she tips 20%.
She understands. So my mom used to waitress, so she's pretty good with it. But can we say that $20 now in 2022 is not the same as it was in 1982? Because I remember I told my dad, I said, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Philadelphia." I'm like, "That's like 2 hours. What do you got?" He's like, "Some guy owes me $20." And yeah, right now in 2022, we're like, what the, get over it. But I guess in 1982, he's like, it's worth it. That's like 2 tanks of gas and a Butterfinger.
Could just be
he's like,
principle.
huh?
Could just be principle.
Yeah.
He could have just
I
wanted
would
to
do
get
for
away from my
principle.
mother and say, you know
Or-
what?
yeah.
I'll be gone all day.
Cover story. Maybe
Cover
that never
story.
even happened. How do you know?
Maybe a little thing going on. Is that what you're trying? Are you
No.
insinuating that my dad had a side piece?
No, cover
You know?
story to get away from your mom is you say, I have this thing I have to go do. I have to
You know,
collect this
Liz-
money. Maybe there's no money. You don't know. Hey, you brought it up. I didn't bring it up.
Maybe he's going to see his side piece. Which brings me to
I
the
was
thing.
not
Do you
suggesting
tip
it.
your side piece if you're cheating on your significant other? Do you leave money?
What's a
Well,
side
that's
piece?
a prostitute.
What's that?
Oh.
A prostitute.
No, it's kind of listen, and I'm not condoning this, and this is not a sponsorship play, but you give her money to go, do something is that a sugar mama or sugar daddy?
I don't know, but where do you sign up?
Oh, it smells like
Yeah, I'm not talking about, tip like $20, but hey, listen, I care about you. Don't take this the wrong way. Just an envelope with, I don't know, like $500. Go do something nice for yourself, or go for your hair. Go do something special for yourself. And then there are two types of men or women that would say, I don't need your money. Or the other one that would say, it's sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then the third woman said, thank you. What else you got?
What else you got? You can come over anytime. So we're not tipping
Your hooker?
That feels like solicitation.
Yeah.
That feels like prostituting. Now, if you show up and brought a gift or a gift card or, hey, I heard you were going to get your nails done here, something like that. But just to hand somebody an envelope with $500.
Yeah,
all right, maybe not an envelope. That's like a business deal.
Maybe that's what you
leave
do.
it on the night table when you leave.
That is not what I do. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We're on the topic
Are
of
we giving advice?
You guys are tipping people that are pumping gas for you. You're tipping the meatball sub person, and I'm like, what am I missing here?
I'm not tipping like $10.
I feel like I'm generous, and you're tipping everybody. And then I mention a side piece, and you guys get all worked up about it.
Listen, I wish I was your side piece in that case. Not for real. That would be weird. But
Kenny.
No, I'm not. No, but I'm just saying, if you're walking around handing out money, I've done a lot worse for a lot less.
I'm just trying.
Why are you taking this so wrong? I meant it as a sweet gesture.
You know what? Then husbands should
hooker?
tip their wives for taking care of the children.
No, I believe a prostitute, male or female, is an arranged business arrangement.
Yes.
Where
they don't earn a tip. They shouldn't be tipped. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, so
Do they? Do you think
do
they
you
do?
tip
you're
and pay?
Yeah, so let's say a prostitute costs $500.
Yeah.
Is
right?
that how much they cost?
Do
you
she
give
get
her
an extra 20% for performance?
She should, so she doesn't have to give it to her pimp. Then she can get herself out of this position.
Wait, this is Restaurant Punk, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
The hoes come to eat.
Everyone. Yeah, why not? It's fair game.
Look, we have to pretend we don't know them when they sit down with the husband, and they come sit at your restaurant and you're like, oh, that's not his wife. All right.
oh, no.
Unless you're me and then I just make a comment not
Good
realizing.
to see you again. She's like, I've never been here. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we learned today tipping.
But to come at a customer, whether you get tipped regularly or not, even I work in a traditionally tipped job. I would never in a million years say to a customer, oh, what, you're not going to tip me? I might think it. I might say behind your back, but I would never say it to your face.
Yeah, but it's not 4 a.m. in the morning.
It's your prerogative if you want to tip. Even if I'm a bartender, but it's your prerogative. And I'm not going to beg you for that tip, and I'm not going to ask you. That's up to you.
Another tip I'll throw out there, and tell me if you agree with it. Adjust the tip. I have a rule. So anywhere I travel or go in the world, I'll use Greece, for instance. Anytime I'm at a bar for the first time, I order the drinks or drink for myself, and I don't start a tab. I say, you can bring me the check or how much. So let's say in Greece, I'll order a drink. It's $8. I'll give it 20. I won't say anything. They'll come back with the 12, and I'll say, I'll just give a hand gesture like, good, thank you. Just to draw awareness that, you know what? I'm going to be here for the rest of the night. I don't want any special treatment. I just don't want to wave my hand or ask for whatnot. So a $12 tip there goes a lot further there than it does here because there's no tipping in Europe. It's usually 5%, good service 10%. That's why when foreigners come to the US and they tip like that, we look at them like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. But there, the opposite rules. So if you tip, because they're all on salary.
Yeah.
That's their salary.
Right.
So I do that on purpose. And I know it sounds ridiculous for a $12 tip to expect, special treatment. What's that word that Beverly used for me? Princess?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm too, I feel like I'm too old to be waving or whatever.
Yeah.
And, I feel like when I bartend or even when you're bartending, you don't have to walk up and check and ask. All you have to do is just keep an eye every 2 minutes and just take a look over. And when you see the drink right there, you just give a head nod, done.
Well, I discovered.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I discovered that in Barcelona. I didn't know. It was my first time being there, and me, my brother, and Kenny at the time walked into this bar. It was like a club, and we ordered drinks and we tipped. And I mean, after that, it was almost like the waitress and the bartender were following us. Like we, at some point, were like, no more drinks. They were like, like pushing people out of the way to serve us, and we're like. It was a little shocking. It was my first time.
But see how much they appreciate it?
So much. So we kept giving them more.
Why do you guys think I'm in Athens all the time? Recently, I was there with Nikos and Peter, and we wound up going to a live music classy, like table sit down. There is bottle service, but not many people are ordering bottles, and you can eat, and it's live music, and it's just
so nice.
phenomenal. So we ordered a bottle of Grey Goose. We ordered food. Between me, Nico, and Peter, we took care of some of the people there, the bartenders, just something, just slip them a little something and whatnot. And we didn't have to like work our way up. The guy just came up and said, "This bottle of Grey Goose is on us. Thank you." And I'm like, "That's just from our first time there." Just a little bit of taken care of. And I'm not talking about $100 whatnot. I'm just talking about a little 10 as a thank you to the door guy, or whatnot. It's just not as normal there.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can get that appreciated, which I don't think it's going to happen here as much.
No, well,
it's just a higher price tag, right?
Yes, it makes
get
it
that.
more impactful there.
Impactful.
Right.
Thank
but
you. That's what I meant to say.
Here, if you come to the bar first round and you deliver that, right, to the bartender, first gesture. That's the way to set the tone for the rest of the night.
Good
yes.
faith.
Yes.
Right. Because if it's a tab and they tip you at the end, they're already on their way out.
Right. Because some people, and it's unfortunate they think this way, but some people, you need to prove it to them that you're a good tipper first for them to give you good service. I do not believe in that. I believe you give them good service no matter what. But at a bar, when someone gives you the money, and then it's understood that it is your expectation that I, come running over every time, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But the red flag that goes off in my head is, okay, so are you an alcoholic? Do we have a drinking problem? So now you want all these drinks fast, which I'm okay with. But now is it so fast to the point that in an hour I'm going to cut you off? Like, that's what I think.
Or even another step of it is if they throw you a big tip, are they expecting to drink for free for the rest of the night?
There's that too. Because I've had guys flat out tell me, I hooked you up every round. And if I'm in a corporate restaurant or bar, I can't hook you up. It
There's
would be
no
stealing.
buybacks?
Right, yeah. Then don't
that
tip
means
me.
this person has never worked in a restaurant before and doesn't get it.
No, they're a customer. They go to the mom and pop places. And then even if it's a corporate place and someone's hooking you up, they're stealing. I've actually told customers, okay, then don't tip me because that would be stealing and I'm not down with that. And I've actually asked customers, so you're telling me if you owned a bar and your bartender's just giving away free shit, you're okay with that? I'm just checking. Oh, no. Okay, well, then stop putting me in that position. If my mom came to the bar, I wouldn't give her a free drink. Stop asking me.
And that's okay. That to me, that's normal. Like expectation leads to disappointment. I got a free drink once at an establishment that we're familiar with, and I felt very uncomfortable. And I actually asked this person, please don't do that again. I don't come here for that. Like, I'm good, but I can hear what you're saying. Just expecting like free stuff or free shots and whatnot. But I'll say this: you're in Barcelona. What they do is, I know Barcelona, France, Italy, Greece. They usually keep a well bottle underneath, and to show appreciation to their guests, they're called Sfinakya. So it's like a little shot glass. They keep a well bottle, and to show their appreciation, let's say the bottle costs, I don't know, $15. But how many 2-ounce pours are you getting out there, or 1.5 ounce? So, it's a two of you. Hey, thank you so much for this evening. As you're drinking, this is from me. And the owner already approved that. I like that.
That makes sense.
That's nice.
Right?
That's, designated bottle.
Absolutely.
That's what they do in Jasmine's bar.
Yeah, that's smart.
They have something, it's from Poland. They make it themselves. And we all call it Nostrovia because that's what they say when we drink it, but I don't know what it's actually
because
called.
Because the partners,
Yep. And, they force everybody to drink it. It's not for me, but I always drink it because I feel rude denying it. And everybody cheers, and then you feel special. Like you feel like you're part of the family now.
So for a bar, that would be to show appreciation. And at a restaurant, I would say in a amuse-bouche, this is from us, just a little bite from the house. Just showing a little appreciation. Is that going to help the tip? No, but it'll enhance the experience. Right?
It's something to talk about. Tell people you had when you were there.
If we're drinking 1942 and we're on our third, and then the bartender, to show appreciation, pours us 3 shots of well vodka, say thank you, and just take a little sip and just put it down. We don't want to mix.
Oops, I spilled mine.
We don't want to mix our well vodka with our 1942,
Not true,
right?
right.
Wait, sponsorship? Is that another one?
Yeah.
I want
Holy shit,
Clase
we got a lot
Azul,
of
thank you.
sponsorships.
Rack it up.
Clase Azul, sorry. Yeah. All right.
All right, that's it.
Your name is?
Liz.
You are?
I don't know who I want to be today.
You can
I'll
be
go with
whoever
Leah.
you want. Leah. And I'm Yianni. Tip everybody from now on.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Be safe.
Restaurant Punk out.